Welcome to LinkedIn Leads Mastery, the proven system to 2 to 5x sales growth. My name is Shemaya. I'm a LinkedIn strategist, business coach, and the author of Happiness is a Verb. You joined today hoping to find something that could help you. And there are a lot of other things you could do right now. And so I really want to thank you because you are here. Thank you and very well done for showing up. This webinar will be different. I'll be going fast, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't interact. You should. Please be on the chat so it becomes like an interactive training. It doesn't mean you shouldn't ask questions. You should. We'll have Q&A at the end, but ask them as they come along. Kari will do her best to track them so that we can answer them, but also for you to just put your question there, and then you can add them at the end again. I do request just for, if we can agree that we all understand here, this training is designed to help you generate leads with LinkedIn. It's not a networking event. It's not for you to come and promote your business. So can we all agree that this is a training and not a networking event or for you to pitch other people? Can we agree to that by show of hand, a yes in the chat, or thank you very much, Mike, Robin, Debbie. So we really want to focus on bringing value. And if you need help marketing, that's what this is about. So just rather pay attention. Okay. If not, Kara has the right to let people know that, okay, you can't be here because we don't want you to disturb other people. We do want you to engage with the training. Now, it's impossible to succeed if you can't persist. How many successful people do you know who quit and gave up before they achieved the target? So if you can't make it to the end of the webinar, which will be, about an hour, then you should leave now. Nothing valuable comes easy in life. If you stay and actually participate, take action, take notes, and not just write everything down, but just a few key things that you're going to use and implement. The next hour may be your first step on the path that you've been searching for many years. It will be great. There will be a recording that will be sent out so you can really be present, engage, interact to get the most out of it. Do you agree that companies who know how to market make a lot of money? How many would say, yeah, for sure. Companies that know how to market make a lot of money. Bernard, welcome. Good to see you. Nick, Kenneth, George, great. They are very well.
Shemaya, can you hear me?
The best kept secret. How many of you feel that you are the best kept secret? If only more people would know about you, you could easily 2 to 5x your sales. How many of you would say, yeah, that's the case? I just need people to know how I can help. Rachel, thank you. That's great, definitely. And this is what marketing is about. You need an ever-growing number of people to know about you. And that's the purpose. The purpose of marketing is to create want, to establish relationships and sell something, creating future income. So marketing is for now. It's not just social media. It's not just people seeing you. It's creating the want, building the relationships, selling something, and creating future income. It's the life and future of your business. So let's discover how my LinkedIn Leads system moves companies like yours from the shadow to the spotlight. So you're no longer the best kept secret. Who will benefit today? If you're a founder, a business owner of any small, of medium, high-ticket B2B, or even high-ticket B2C could work, either your early stage, maybe 100 to 200K yearly revenue, you're in the growth stage, your goal is to hit $500,000, or you in the scale stage, where your goal is to reach $1 million, even up to $2 million, or you're established and your goal is to add another additional $1 to $2 million. Now let's have a quick poll. And regardless of where you are, you're here for a reason. I want to get an idea about what it is so I can kind of customize the presentation a little bit more. What motivated you to attend to today? What brought you here? And the poll will show up, so we just stay really brief. If you can just answer, that would be amazing. And here again, participation is the key to success. Now, have you ever watched a game, like if you watch Wimbledon or Roland Garros, or if you like the Super Bowl, it's the players that make the most money. The people sitting on the sideline, they paying to be there, where the people participating, those are to make money. Okay, good. Actually, we have great participation, 150 of 222 people so far. If you didn't answer yet, you can still answer it. Okay, great. Most people say, no, I'm not maximizing LinkedIn's potential. And second, my company needs to expand to the next level. Great. You came to the right place. Those are definitely the key points I want to share with you. Why you should stay till the end. Today's online training is like a crash course in LinkedIn marketing. As I said, I talk fast. If I talk too fast, let me know. Because I have a lot to cover, and I try to squeeze as much as I could in the hour that we have together and still have some time for Q&A. I'll show you the costly mistakes that make companies' lead generation fail, the hidden LinkedIn lead generation system that generates quality leads, and the proven formula to scale your lead generation to expand. So for those of you that say, hey, my company is ready for the next level, this can definitely add. And as I mentioned before, we'll have Q&A at the end where you get the opportunity to ask questions and we can actually engage. If you have to leave after an hour, I do understand. Creating content, it's a little bit fast. Creating content, posting, sending connections, requests, growing your following, building your brand on LinkedIn is all great. But the question is, does it generate leads and bring sales? Most companies are losing out on a lot of money because they don't understand this missing link. How to turn LinkedIn connections into sales conversations. It's great to have 3, 4, 5,000 LinkedIn connections, but if it doesn't help you, if you don't engage with them and actually book them into your calendar or actually have meaningful sales conversations, how useful is it? So what we're going to do is using a unique system that allows you to join into LinkedIn's huge professional network, bypass gatekeepers. I'm going to share with you a lead generation system that fills the sales calendar with qualified leads, eager to learn about your solution. How many of you would love that? Anybody? Like if you look here, how many we are today? I can't see right now. Maybe you can put in the chat, Cara. I can't see how many attendees we have, but we definitely have several hundred people. I think over 200 people. I mean, just imagine you have an event, people wanting to learn about what do you have to say. Yeah, I can definitely see. Sorry. So yes, so most of you have a profile. Likely that's how you showed up here, but it's not compelling and generating new business. You have 3,000 plus connections maybe, so you've collected over thousands and thousands of people, but you have no idea how to monetize your connections. And this is where I often see you lack a system to generate quality leads consistently and grow sales. Oh, sorry, I missed one. Yes, and that is where what we're going to do. Do you agree that it's much more efficient to have a system than to do it manually? Like how many would you say, yes, maybe you've signed up for Sales Navigator and now you have all these potential leads, but now like you already have a full plate. How do you start? Well, LinkedIn is your opportunity. There are almost 1 billion members. The question is, how do they find you? To generate more sales consistently, you need an effective lead generation system. And today I will show you the proven system that I developed and fine-tuned over the years using a very powerful yet little known feature that LinkedIn offers. You see, LinkedIn is growing. It's much more and more transitioning into a business platform than just finding a job like it used to be known for recruiters, great, or if you wanted to advance your career. But even now, like many corporations, when you would pitch them, they won't look at your website, they'll look at your LinkedIn profile. Like, who are you? What do you offer? So you understand that your LinkedIn profile actually is very important as the foundation of your LinkedIn marketing strategy. And the question is, does your LinkedIn profile really communicate who you are and the value you can bring? Now, how much gold is hidden in your LinkedIn network right now? Well, it really depends on like how many, how big is your network. So just to get an idea, in an average, it doesn't have to be accurate, but how many people would you say you have currently? How big is your network? Just to get an idea where you're at for your personal profile. The personal profile is really who you are and what you do. The business page is good. It's mostly used for employees or for recruiting. It's important for the LinkedIn strategy, but you really want to connect with people because LinkedIn is a social network. You want to connect with people and people want to connect with you. Okay, 615,000, amazing, Sharon. You have a lot of gold sitting there. 5,000, Nick, over 1,500, 4,000, 5,500, 5,200, 9,000, amazing. Debbie, that's amazing. 60,000, Richard, you are totally incredible networking. Okay, 5,000, 15,000, Samuel. Now let's take somebody like, who has 5,000? Molly. Molly has 5,000 connections. Now, suppose you like Molly, you have 5,000 connections. That means that statistically, there are about 250 or 750 people in your network who would buy from you with more education and engagement. Now, statistically, out of those 5,000 people, about 1%, so let's say 50 to 150 people of your first degree connections could be looking for an answer to a problem you solve. Now, let's say you close 10% of them. That's 5 new clients. If your program is $10,000 or maybe it's $1,000 and you have a recurring for a year, it could be $50,000 worth of gold. So make the calculation for yourself, for your business and for your model based on the numbers that you have. Like George, you have 4,500, so it's pretty close. 2,500, 7,000. So look at if you would convert, let's say 1% of your network and turn them into clients, and from there continue to expand, obviously, how much money is there actually sitting in your LinkedIn network that you're not using? Now, what is this little, what is the little known hidden LinkedIn feature that's worth gold that will allow you to monetize the LinkedIn connections you've already built and worked with? It's LinkedIn events with my event webinar system. Now, let me explain how it works. The first is the marketing foundation. As I explained, you need to have a LinkedIn profile that's very clear, that communicates strongly who you are, what problem you solve, who do you help, why would somebody want to connect with you? And I'll go into a little more examples to make it real for you. I'm just giving you the big picture overview. You need an effective emotional button. Emotions is what drive people into action. Like if you have the emotion of pain, if you have a terrible toothache, you will go to the dentist and you will do it now. You won't delay. There needs to be some kind of a pain that people want to address, that they're convinced that, or have the feeling that you'll be able to help them with. And that needs to, once you have that, you got their attention, you want to have a strong marketing message and an irresistible offer that people go, yeah, I cannot say no to that. I need this, I want this, and that moves them to take action. In this, the targeting is important. You want to speak to the right people that actually have the pain that you solve, or the problem, or a desire, because people are either moving away from the pain or towards a dream or a desire or a goal. In this, once you have that, the effective emotional button, the marketing message, you offer the targeting, you want to make sure that your profile is optimized to communicate that and to attract those people to you, whether it's to your event or to message you. It's just, you want to make it as easy as possible to make the step the least effort, so the lowest gradient, that's the word I was looking for, to reach out to you. And then in this, we have some really cool network growth hacks I will go into a little bit more also as well. And this is where the whole event webinar system comes into play. It allows you to leverage your network. LinkedIn allows you to send 1,000 connection requests per week. So somebody like Debbie that has 9,000 connections, it's a great way to actually let people know, this is who I am, this is what I can offer you. And then obviously continue to promote and engage with them. It allows you the authority building. Obviously here, there's like several hundred people. You come here because you know, okay, there's something about LinkedIn that Shemaya knows about. And then people go and refer to people because now I'm like the LinkedIn strategist. You become known for something which is really valuable. And then the advanced optimization. Anything you do, you want anything with marketing, like if you do, whether you do Facebook ads or the event system, anything you do, you want to put it out, a sales page, and then continue to improve. Check the statistics. Every month, you have to get better. You need to continue to increase. Expansion means that you keep improving. You cannot contract because you will die. It's like a plant. You must grow or you're dying. There's nothing in between. Nothing in this universe stays the same. From there, once you have that whole system, now you're here, my intention is, how can I convert you into sales? Because it's great that you're here, but I truly want to help you. Sales means that I can help you. I can diagnose what's wrong with you, what's wrong in your business, what's wrong in your life, and find out if what I offer can help you improve. Because if that's the case, it's my duty to close you, because otherwise you continue struggling for no reason. It's like a doctor has the medication. He wants to make sure that you take it and actually get the help that you need. So we book the sales calls, and from there we continue to nurture, we continue to build, you continue to receive emails from me with tips, with ideas, with invitations to book, to join a workshop, something. And if you don't want to, it's okay. Just hit the unsubscribe, you won't hear from me. But it's my duty to provide and to share with you, also I'm very excited about it, what's possible. And then obviously we want to take advantage of AI automation to make it as effortless and effective as possible. How is it designed? The marketing foundation, here you can see a strong message. In this case, these messages protecting law firms. The targeting, we're using, in this case, Sales Navigator, and then the growth hacks, how to have a system that gets a lot of messages out, gets you in front of many, many more people than you're currently doing. The event webinar system, that's when you're here, the build using LinkedIn events, this feature, but using it correctly. If you look, there's a lot of LinkedIn events that have 10, 20, maybe 18 people. How do you actually fill it? How do you get people to show up? And how do you convert them into sales? I know it's a bit too tiny, but it basically says here 21 appointments booked. This is from one of my clients, Nurek. I'll introduce you to him a little later. Now let's go into the 3 big mistakes that are costing you money. Number 1, it's part of the marketing foundation. Costly mistake number 1 to avoid is your LinkedIn profile. Oh, sorry. Oh, I clicked on too many. Yeah. Number 1, your LinkedIn profile is about you. Why is this a problem? Your profile is a representation of who you are and what you do and how you help. Now you can see here, if you look at Janelle, kind of give it away already. Here it says owner, United Country Real Estate. You see this a lot. So it looks like she's a realtor. Actually, she's not. What she does is she generates more revenue for realtors. She's helping realtors increase their revenue and market share with auction marketing. Something totally different, but you would never know if she doesn't communicate it. So that's the difference it can be. Really, your profile is the first step in crafting a LinkedIn marketing campaign that brings actual results. Oh yeah, actually, Erica worked with me. We rewrote her profile, so it became very clear what the value she could bring and who should talk to her. And she booked 5 sales meetings in 1 week just by optimizing her profile. And this was not somebody that just started on LinkedIn. She'd been active on LinkedIn for years, but was not successful in actually booking meetings. She would make connections, she would engage with people, but not actual sales meeting that you could convert in new clients. That's the power of the LinkedIn profile. Now, how many of you have a profile like this, or you don't have to say if it's too bad, or have seen profiles like this where it just doesn't say anything? If you look here, Adrian, business technology advisor, it doesn't communicate. If you see this, no, it's not that you feel like, okay, you know what, I should reach out to him. On the other hand, once we redid his profile, he decided to focus on law firms, protecting law firms, cyber defense, keeping your law firm and clients safe from data breaches, hackers, and viruses. Now, it's very clear, if you own a law firm, it's important that your data of your clients is secure. If it's hacked and it's all over, I mean, you're over. it's the end. Now, how many of you feel, just a quick question, how many of you feel that you need to improve your profile so it explains better how you help, or you feel like, it can definitely use some tweaks, especially after what I've seen? Me, absolutely, definitely, I do, yeah. I could definitely tweak. Always and always need, yeah. It is, that's also true. You can always improve it, but at least you need to have the foundation. You need to have the foundation improved. Other than the picture, David, that's funny. Other than the picture, doesn't your profile look like mine? Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, so how many of you had this idea that, one day I should do this, I should get this on my profile, but you don't really know where to start, or you just don't get to it? Yes. And that's interesting because I've been doing this event, for a little while, for several months, I think over a year by now. And I realized there's a lot of people here and they come and they love it and it's great, but then only a handful of people then book a call and actually, have the results. And so I had an idea as I was preparing, because I realized like life is tough and it's hard to struggle as a business owner or as a professional, or even if you have a job, there's already a lot on your plate. So I was wondering, and you can just let me know, I'm just curious and doing a little survey here, if I would offer a masterclass and I would show you the formula to optimize your LinkedIn profile so you can actually get it done, and I help you understand how you can make money with LinkedIn. Who would like to join? Yes, Debbie, Jafir, okay, Anna. Okay, cool. Perhaps, yeah, me. Okay, Rodney is going to attend twice, so that's good. Sure. Kenioa, Bernard, okay, great. Perhaps, okay. Okay, that's good to know. The last masterclass I did, I charged $297, which is easy to make back in sales, and more, you can make that and more if you actually apply. That's a good, that's very honest, Richard. I have no clue, so I need to learn. So yeah, that's good. So thank you for sharing. I just wanted to get an idea, and then I'll to see. Let me just go back, because we have still much more to cover. Targeting using Sales Navigator. I've heard a lot of people that said, I've used Sales Navigator, I'm paying like $120, $150 a month, and actually didn't really help me. Well, Sales Navigator is a very great tool, but it's a tool you need to know how to use it, and it's just part of the whole machine. It's not the whole machine. You still need to reach out to people. You still need to optimize your profile. People need to know who you are, what you do, and they need to know you exist. You can have Sales Navigator, but you can still remain the best kept secret. Here you see though how we use it in our full strategy in inviting people. This was, oh yes, this is in Colorado. We specifically target, this was for Adrian, for the law firm, because it's attorneys and lawyers, 3 to 5 years, 6 to 10, and more than 10. He didn't want people starting out because they have so much going on. They don't care about security yet. But we target specific people. You can see there's 8,500 people. 8,500 attorneys and lawyers in Colorado that have been in business for more than 3 years. Now, you can imagine Adrian as a very busy and successful business owner. Where is he going to find the time to message 8,500 people to let them know, like, hey, come to my event or I can help you? That's why you need a system. Targeting with Apollo.io is also a great tool to find the right people. You can choose here, like this was for, this was for Gal's event. He is a business coach himself, but he has a training on marketing. So we're targeting business development, consultants, business coaches, and then specifically 11 till 20, so bigger companies that could benefit. You can get that list and then also use the LinkedIn profile. You have the email, the name, the job title. Again, where we have 22,000 people, it's great. It's good because you need to get your name out, but you need a system to get in front of them. And that's what we use here, the network growth hack, where we create LinkedIn campaigns. Now you have a connector campaign. So in this case, there's 1,200 people, and the system will send every day a few LinkedIn connections, up to 100, in this with the system, even 200 connection requests per week. LinkedIn gives you 100. With the system, we can do 200. Plus, if they accept your connection, you can decide and say, okay, like a few hours later or the next day, you send a message, hey, thanks for connecting. And you can start the engagement going without you having to sit there one by one sending the messages. You can send messengers. So if you have a huge network, I mean, somebody had like 12,000 connections. How are you going to message them all? This system can do it for you. So that every day you can send like 70 to 80 messages, just letting people know who you are. What's the first thing they do though? They click and check your profile, like, who is this guy or who is this person? So you must have the profile as the foundation. Because if you go through all this and then they come in the blank page, you're just wasting your time and your money, and the conversion will be very low. And then there's open email, which is you can send messages to other people that are paid Sales Navigator clients. You have another 800 messages. Here you can see the quantities of emails and, LinkedIn messages that are being sent. And then obviously if people respond, you need to engage with them on a personal level. Quick tip here, when you send messages, whether it's personal or through a system like this, a tool, you need to make sure it's short, to the point, and very personable. I've discovered that most people have this idea they want to share a lot of things. It becomes very corporate, then it comes across as a pitch. And LinkedIn is a social network, so people want to engage with people. They don't want to be pitched, but they'd be happy to buy when you have a problem, when you have a solution for their problem. So make it very personal. How I like to say is like, give them something you like about them or something that you connect with. A little sentence, just one sentence about who you are, what your expertise is, and then a question to engage, because questions get people to respond. Simple questions though. Don't ask them like, what is your 20-year life plan? Nobody has interest or time to answer something like that. Something very easy and simple. Like I used to in my prior business, I was helping entrepreneurs to become best-selling authors. And I would ask, hey, have you ever thought about writing a book? Now, most people would say, yes, I've thought about it. In this case, I would ask like, hey, do you know there's gold in your network? And people say, yes, I know, or no, I don't, or, it's something that gets people to respond to you. This statistic is from LinkedIn, is from email. So that's the paid messages, but obviously the same principle applies. As you can see here, 0 to 400 characters had a 22% higher response rate. The moment you go more than 1200 characters, like minus 11%. So start writing an essay or a book, people lose interest. They're just not interested in that. Also, as most people are on their phone, as you probably know. Here is the event. So this is what we did for Adrian's Cybersecurity, Shield Your Company Against Cyber Threats in 2024. And then what we do is we use the event to invite people so that people can raise their hand and say, hey, tell me more. I want to know about cybersecurity. I mean, that's why you're here. I know that you're all interested in generating leads with LinkedIn. And even the people that maybe something happened, they couldn't show up live, I know they're interested. It's a great way, the best way to generate quality leads. Also, people really like webinars. Here's a survey that shows that B2B buyers like the advanced LinkedIn event webinar system. They just like webinars. In the early stages, 57%, middle stage, 47%, in the final stage, 37%. That's still very, very high. Here is an example of the event webinar system that we applied. This was for an event, Marketing Love Languages. It was in February with Gal Ezra. And you can see here, he had 802 people that registered for his event. Yeah, this is Gal Ezra, as I mentioned, CEO of Guaranteed Prosperity. They generated 781 new leads with his first LinkedIn event. There's a little, like 802, because there were also like 20, 30 people of that already their clients, and they're just following them and their own team. And so it was 782 new leads that registered for his first event. He closed 43 new clients. Yeah, sorry. He closed 43 new clients. So how many of you would love to have similar results where you say, you know what, even if I would do 10%, if I would have every month 80 new leads, that would make a big difference in my business. Amazing. And just as a disclaimer, if you have a company, a product or a service that actually truly helps people, it is your duty to let them know what you have to offer. if you don't have a real product, or actually you have a company that doesn't truly help, I will not take you on, because my purpose is really to help others, help more people. To register for sure, please click a link. Kara will send you my link. And just if you can share your email, that would be amazing. But I'm also sure that you realize it's great that you're here, but just attending here is not going to get you the result. You need to apply what I'm teaching, right? Would you agree? Does that make sense? You need to do something. But where do you start? I don't want this hour to just be an hour wasted out of your life. I want it to be meaningful, and I love getting results. That's very, very important to me. But as you know, most things, if you are left on your own, it gets more challenging, especially if you keep procrastinating. Would you agree with that? If you put something off, it seems to be bigger and takes longer. Do you? So that's what you also agree, that it becomes easier if you have somebody that helps you and guides you in the process. I mean, I certainly do, and it's true for me. I have a personal trainer. If he's not there, it's just a fraction of the results that you actually get. And it's true for any professional athlete, any celebrity, anyone's really successful, that they have a coach, someone that helps them to be their best. So I'd like you to invite you. I asked you earlier, and I actually put something together, something special I'm going to do today. I'd like to invite you to join the special LinkedIn Gold Masterclass today. My mission is to help you improve your life. LinkedIn is one aspect, your business, but for you and the impact that you can make in the world. In this special masterclass, I will show you how to finally get your profile done and make money with LinkedIn. I don't have a sales page because I came up with this idea kind of last minute, but I really wanted to help you get you moving and make it accessible for everybody, to really give you a tool that's easy, but actually starts getting you moving in the right direction. And as a special bonus, I will include the ChatGPT prompts that I designed for my paying high-end clients to make it simple and quick for you. I love working with fast action takers. Those are really my favorite people. And so if you're committed to get results, if you're not committed, so please do not join, okay? Instead of paying $297, you can join now for $5. But don't think it's only $5, so I'm going to join in and see what happens. Now, nothing's going to happen. I need you to do the work. I only want people that are willing to do something and get results, okay? I take somebody that entrusts me with their heart and money very seriously, because I really care. Robert, I saw you earlier. Are you still there with us? Oh, yes, there you are. So would you say that it's true? Would you say that I care for my clients? Yes, exactly. Did we follow up? Did we follow up with you, Robert? You've paid in full for my program. Did we follow up with you like for months? Because I wanted to help you get results. Like, where do you see that? Most people, once they have your money, you don't hear from them ever again because they closed you. They follow up until you've paid them. We don't operate like that. We really want to help you get results. I'm in. Great, Rodney. Kara, we need the link. Yes, you put the link in. Great. The link is in there. She put it a few more times in there. Now, clients have paid $297 for my masterclass. I don't make it up. I'm sure that when you apply, you will make more than $297. It will be worth it. But I personally even give you a 200% money back guarantee, which means that you have to attend. Sorry. I'm a little bit fast. Of course, you have to attend. If you don't attend, you're not going to get any results. You need to attend the full masterclass. You need to be there. You need to participate and allow me to coach you. And if at the end you feel like, no, this was not worth my investment, I'll pay you back your $5. Plus, I pay you $5 for wasting your time. You gave me $5 for my time. I'll give you $5 for your time if I didn't come through. And if you are one of the first 7 people that join today, you'll receive a private one-on-one consultation with me as a unique gift for free. But you must join today before midnight, which is 7 p.m. Eastern, like I'm in South Africa. So it's 6 p.m. Eastern, if you want to take advantage of this. As a quick note, if you, Kyra, if you can message Kyra because I see some people are messaging me privately, but I can't really capture that while I'm talking. So I'm very excited, Sarah. I really would love to talk to you. I would love to, Kara can give you my email, or you can click the link. I'm in, amazing. I've never seen that in my life. Thanks, Robert, amazing. Already joining now. Awesome, really cool. Now let's go, because we have more things to cover. I'm glad that nobody says I'm talking too fast, because I'm starting talking faster. Okay, costly mistake number 2, the quality of your posts and messages. What's more important, the quality or the quantity of your LinkedIn posts and your messages? Quickly in the chat, quality or quantity? Quality, both. Okay, good, but which one is more important? One needs to be a little bit more than the other. Quantity, quality, okay. Oh, sorry, we're gonna skip the quick poll. Interesting, and thank you, the participation is awesome. I love it. What's important, and this is a mistake that most people make, it's actually the quantity. I'm sorry to say, it's the quantity of your promotion, not the quality, that determines your income. And think about it. If you send 200 connection requests on LinkedIn per week, 15% response, that's 30 people. If you send 3 messages, 3 connection requests, and then the perfect connection request, with the 15% response rate, it's going to take you like 3 months before somebody responds. And if it comes to content, the question is, what is good quality? What is a good quality post or message? It's content that makes people engage with you. Leads need to engage. It's not something that looks beautiful from your viewpoint or that you think is valuable. It's nice, but it's about the leads. It's about the other person. And if they engage with you, you know, this is a good quality post because it gets results. Quality not filling, yes. And of course, you don't want to spam people. I mean, I explained to you earlier, when you do the messages, don't spam them, obviously. But if you do more, you can see the statistics. Like I started posting some content testing. You see, this one got 18,000 impressions. This one got 275,000 impressions. Obviously, post number 2 performed better than post number 1, even though both of them did really, really well. You can see reactions 87. This has 1,608 reactions. So it was a good post. This is what tells you what a good post is. 83 comments and 74 reposts. You need to learn the behind the scenes formula and break the code of LinkedIn's algorithm to get these kind of results, but you have to start with quantity. Quantity is more important than quality. Yet content works best combined with an outreach strategy where you land in the inbox of people. And you want to find out who is just browsing and who is actually looking for your solution. And that's why LinkedIn events combined with my event webinar system are so very powerful. It is the most effective tool to turn your LinkedIn connections into sales conversations and generate leads. LinkedIn events are a proven system to generate leads and grow sales. Here are examples of successful posts. This is from Okara Shaba. He posted, I mean, you can see the engagement, 10,420 people, 499 comments on his post. And he used all this traffic, not just like to look good and say, okay, I'm this thought leader in my industry. No, we set up his campaign for his LinkedIn event, The Future of NHS Care, AI's impact on your CQC rating. It's very specific for the UK, where caretakers, care homes, they get a rating. And then based on that, you know, it looks, there's this whole specific thing on with the government. And this really helped him to drive attendees, over 80 attendees for a very specific niche market, combined with the system. Costly mistake number 3, and I'm sure that many people can relate to. I know I was in this boat. It's a roller coaster. You're active on LinkedIn, like you're messaging, you're getting some traction going, and then you get busy. You're not doing anything for a while, and then you start to think, well, maybe LinkedIn isn't for me. What's the problem? You lack a LinkedIn marketing system. Without the system, it's very, very challenged to have the consistency that you need that will get you results. And this is a great quote. 94% of failure is the result of the system, not the people. This was Edward Deming. He was an economist, instrumental in rebuilding Japan after World War II. By teaching businesses to succeed by fixing their systems. Now, how to build your own event webinar system. I went over it. I just want to refresh it because it's been a few slides ago. Marketing foundation, you need effective emotional business button, a strong marketing message, irresistible offer. I mean, you're here, we don't know, I paid, how do I join? I mean, the offer was irresistible. Yes, Bruce, Dr. Deming, the grandfather of systems engineering. Thank you for adding that. An irresistible offer. Now, also, we did very well, good targeting. We know who you are. We targeted specifically. And then we also test to see, okay, we have a targeting going for Canada and we have a targeting for the US. We discovered that somehow Americans are really better, better audience. The response rate was better. Or it can be that sometimes we target companies with 0 to 10 or 10 to 20 or 10 to 50 to see, okay, where do we get the best traction and what do we do more of? With an optimized profile and the network growth hacks so that we can actually get the quantity for people to know us, to find out about us. Event webinar system allows you to leverage your network, build authority, and have the advanced optimization. And there's like a lot of people that came here because LinkedIn is promoting my event, that I didn't invite you, you found me. That's where you want to be. You want to make yourself known and then other people can find you. Sales conversation, we want to book sales calls. Already here, there's several people that said, hey, let's talk. How can we work together? That's what we want. Some people are a good fit, other people not. That's okay. You're here and let's see how we can implement this for your system. Corey, great to see. I love Canadians. I'm a Canadian resident. So I love Canada. It's beautiful. And I'm glad you're here. It's good for the statistics. Lead nurturing system. We have this whole system built out, okay? Because I give you the pictures, but there's all different tools. Like how do you set up your event, the foundation? How do you get people to attend? Like you got to be here. Now, how do I convert you? Because if you go here and you go home, I never see you again, it's not going to get you results and I won't be able to help you. So now you need to convert. You need to become my client. And part of that is booking calls or the lead nurturing. And then also we have the whole system in the follow-up. So you will hear from me again, don't worry. I won't forget about you. Now, how does it work? Now, let's see how this worked for Nurik Adilkhanov. He's the founder of Recruit to Outsourcing. He went from one appointment every 2 weeks, so basically 2 per month. You can't survive on that really, to 5 to 20 sales calls booked per week. You see, this was his calendar that he shared with me a screenshot and says, hey, 21 appointments booked that I mentioned earlier. Now let's listen to what Nurik said. How did the system impact his life?
I started working with Shemaya. We really had maybe like 1 appointment every 2 weeks. And then, we were desperate and I tried to sell as much as possible that appointment. And if you lose it, then you're always constantly looking for leads, not certain about what to do, don't have really a budget to grow because, I have to rely on sometimes luck. But then once I joined Shemaya's first webinar, it was like 200 people attending and that's when it was closed and I bought her program the same day. So, and then ever since, we've been hosting webinars and right now, we actually, our company grew by like 30%. We got 3 more team members and, we have a whole strategy. Like I take care of marketing with these webinars that we book about 5 to 20 appointments a week now.
So that just shows what's possible.
I started.
Okay. This was already a few months ago. This was the recent statistics that he gave me for, a little while. Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. So before he joined, he was making about 2,500 per month in net profit, booking 2 to 4 sales calls per month. As he said, he was counting on luck. The company size was just 2 people, him and an assistant, and the situation was very stressed. Now, he's sales dependent on referral and he was doing some cold outreach. Currently, he's generating 18,000 plus per month in net profit, 60 plus sales calls per month. He grew his team to 9 people and including he got an investor on board. He became his business partner because he just loved the system and the expansion and the growth. And all his sales is coming from a LinkedIn event webinar system. Just shows what's possible. So if you're ready to 2 to 5x your sales with your own LinkedIn event webinar system, this is how we implement it. the marketing foundation, doing the correct targeting with the systems and the tools, the event webinar system, leveraging and capitalizing on your network, and LinkedIn, tapping in LinkedIn's global network, and then making sure that you're converting the leads into sales. Now, if you want my help to build a profitable LinkedIn event webinar system for your company, there are two options. One is the LinkedIn Event Mastery. It's a course, it's an online training, it's a full training, but we'll provide the support, step-by-step success formula, access to the amazing community, office hours for strategy and implementation support, optimization guidance, and the investment starts from $3,000. So if you're interested in that and you feel like, okay, now this, I don't want to do the masterclass, please book a call. If you're like, okay, yes, I would like to find out how we can work together. We specifically decided this way because initially it was just a course, but then again, I want to help people. So I'm following up like, hey, what's happening? When is your event? And I realized they need more support. So that's why we now have weekly support calls. Option 2 is the webinar event system designed and built for you. So if you are a busy founder, you're an owner, and like, I really don't want to learn all the steps, how to do all of this, how to build it, all the tech behind it, we can get your complete lead gen system in place for you, from your LinkedIn profile, event strategy, design, setup, and more, all executed and implemented for you, depending on the level of support that you need. The investment would start from about 9,800, and usually there's a percentage also in commission, so that you know, like, we're really committed, like, you know, your win is our win, we're in this together. And we guarantee the results. If we take you on for this program, we guarantee that we'll make you more than you're paying us. If not, I will not take you on, because I need you to win. Here is an example, as you can see. So a journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And yes, I showed you, Norik went from 2,500 net profit per month to 18,000 per month. And the title of this event, as you know, is like 2 to 5x your sales. It shows you can do it, even though Norik didn't, but because he actually more than 7 times his profit, not 5 times, not 2 times, 7 times. But despite everything, his first step was building the marketing foundation with his conversion optimized profile. That's key. That's why I'm giving you this special invitation. I've never offered this before. Robert's been with me for several months. As he said, I've never seen it. And I likely will not offer it again. It's something that I came up with as like a test to see how can I help more people. So this is, we went over this. I'm not going to go over this again. If you want to join, the link is in the chat. There's no sales page. There's no nothing, because I just came up with it last minute. You can join the $5 after this. We'll send you the confirmation. You'll have the link. Yeah. And you have the 200% money back guarantee. And if you're one of the first 7 people that join today, you will receive the consultation with me as a unique unit for free. Now, my life can be divided to 2. My life before my LinkedIn event webinar system and my life after. And the reason I'm telling you about this before and after is because I need you to understand how your life will improve when you decide to work with me and actually implement this system in your company by sharing a little more about myself. And I'll be honest with you, it's not an easy story to tell. It was a beautiful morning. I was riding my horse in the mountains of the rainforest in Ecuador, Intag, in South America. I moved to Ecuador like 4 months prior to do missionary work because I really wanted to help. And then one Saturday afternoon, I came home from the market and I put Shanti, that was the name of my horse, Shanti, short for Chantilly, which is whipping cream. I let her out in the field, and as I walked in, I put my bags on the table and I like sat down, and like my stomach was hurting so bad. It was getting worse and worse. And it was a very awkward place to be because I came there all by myself. I didn't speak a word Spanish when I arrived, and I actually didn't know what to do. During the night, the fever, the cramps, I've never been in so much pain. And I really honestly wondered, like, okay, if I die here tonight, how long is it going to take for my family to find me here in Ecuador, in the mountains, in this little house, in this remote area? So imagine being really, really sick, all alone, lost, lonely, you don't speak the language, you don't know the system, like where to go. Like obviously, no, everybody knows in the US you dial 911. I didn't even know who to call. It was horrible. It was such an incredible, rough night. And fortunately, I'm still here to tell the story. Because the next day, the sister of my landlord, she happened to come by and she needed something from the garage. And she took me to the hospital. Now, the doctor told me, and she also spoke some English, so that was helpful. He told me that I had a severe salmonella infection, and without antibiotics, I could die. And so instead of staying in the public hospital in Ecuador, I went to a private clinic. They submitted me there and they gave me antibiotics through IV. I don't know if you ever had it. It's the worst ever. It's like your veins are on fire. It burns. I was screaming. It was horrendous, the pain. But I thought, okay, I mean, I have to survive. But yet, even after the 3 days, for months after, I was so weak, I wasn't able to function, let alone work. So the antibiotics really knocked the life out of me, not just out of the infection. I didn't have a system at a time. I didn't have Kyra, Lee, who you have here, the rest of my team. So you can imagine how my business and my income was suffering. So then when my fiance proposed, I believe this must be God's answer. It must be God's answer to my prayer. So I packed up my suitcases, sold everything, all my belongings, sold my horse, and I flew to the United States. He was in California. And all excited with the preparations for the wedding. I was still kind of weak, but he said, you know what, don't worry about your business. I'll nurse you back to health. I'll take care of you. Nothing to worry about. And then a few weeks later, we had lunch at a Mexican restaurant, beautiful Californian day in Encinitas in San Diego. And out of the blue, he looked at me and said, "Well, Shumaya, the wedding is off." I'm like, wait, what? 2 weeks before the wedding, 2 weeks before the wedding, Jonathan broke up with me. I had given up my residency for Ecuador, my horse, my dream, like everything I had to be with him in California. And he just dumped me, cold, cruel, just cut ties like that. I was devastated, broke, and ended up homeless, living out of my suitcase. It was terrible. I was heartbroken and I was so angry. I couldn't stay in the US. I'm not a US citizen. I couldn't go back to Ecuador. So where do you go? And that's when I met Mayor Ezra. He became my mentor and a very good friend. But at the time, I was at such a low point in my life. I mean, obviously the emotions knocked my health down. Financially, I was in a bad place. My business was pretty much dead. And I also was very embarrassed. Like, how could this happen to me? And I was in such a low point, really. How could you even help me? I'd gone to many seminars. I mean, everything like from Tony Robbins to Laura Langmeyer, like you name it, I've been there. I spent a small fortune on courses and coaches. And he was so wealthy, so successful, and I was living out of a suitcase. But I had no choice. I had to give it a shot. I mean, what else could I do? I knew he had results, and I knew I should at least try to learn and apply what he suggests. I wasn't really excited, but maybe there was a little spark of hope left. Maybe something could be done. And so I applied the business truths that he taught me, especially the marketing love languages, to develop my LinkedIn event webinar system. And what happened next will shock you. It was a huge success, really, because the program, yes, is LinkedIn. Yes, I know about LinkedIn, but it's the whole business that you need to understand. If your offer sucks, you can have all these people coming, but it won't work. And this is what it did for me. It was a huge success. You can see here we had over 39,590 people register over time. We're one of the most viral events on LinkedIn, which is why LinkedIn is sending on so much people. Last week, our Zoom maxed out because there were way more people than we could have on the Zoom. And I've had it before, even with the max plan of Zoom, I had more people that wanted to join and couldn't get in, which is why I decided, okay, I'm going to do an extra one this week for the overflow and the people that missed out. I was expecting maybe 40, 50 people because those were the people that missed out. And we still had several hundred people with us here today. And we just did an event last week. So it really has changed not only my life, but those of my clients. their families and the new clients that they now serve. Like Norik, he's helping other people, he's helping other companies. And really for me, that's vital, because the only way, like the basic purpose of living is to help. The only way we can create a better world is when all of us can help more people. And it has really improved the profitability of companies who were ready to scale or were in a very critical situation. One of my clients actually, he was sharing that he was at a point, he had, he suffered long COVID, like his LinkedIn, his lead generation system he had was failing, it was just not working. He was considering giving up his business. Now, in December, he doubled his income from the average of the 11 months before. And so he's actually expanding. He just hired a new person. His business is going well. Like everything in his life is much better because he doesn't have the stress and worry that he used to have before. So if you are a founder or a small business owner, life can be challenging. There were several family situations that took my focus from my business. Initially, it was the health. But afterwards, even like when my father passed away, it was in the Netherlands, I flew out, spent time with my sisters. I had no attention on my business. In emotional moments like that, you couldn't care less. But because the system was rolling, I still had to show up for my event 3 weeks later. I still had a few hundred people show up. And so once you have the system in place, the team to support it, and you organize it, and you know actually how to grow, it really creates stability and it improves everything. And for me, the greatest joy is to be able to help people. Like to see Robert and I know how he's improving and how he's growing. That really makes me happy. And I'm sure you feel the same about what you do, the product you sell, the service you sell, and actually see how people are winning. So whether you want to scale your company, you want to get out of debt, help more clients, travel to amazing countries, make more money, and live the life that you always know you could create, you need the system, you need knowledge, and you need a coach. Somebody who cares, can help you and guide you with your results. Because the truth is, nobody succeeds alone. Now, here's another example just to show you what's possible. Let me introduce you to Matthew. Thanks to the LinkedIn event strategy, he had 1 sale plus 99 leads to close later. And it was an initial sale of $12,000. So in this case, it really was very profitable, successful for him. So let's listen to him about the story that he shares.
I sent out, I think 1,000 connections. We had about 100 actually register, and we got 1 sale out of it. Since I'm selling a very high ticket, 5-figure B2B system, it's between $10,000 and $12,000. Just getting that 1 client from the process was really like a big win. And I also have about 99 other people to follow up with that now know about the product.
Yeah, it was quite amazing. He did very well. Now, full disclaimer, it depends on where you are today, how fast you'll see results. Matthew already had a very successful business and like a good network build up. You may not be there. Every single person will have new leads from his event. Some people knock it out of the park, like Matthew, like Gal Azra, that already amazing, have a lot of things in place. If you're ready to scale, obviously you already have your marketing message, you have a foundation, you know exactly who you're targeting. If you're not in that stage, we can still help you. Just realize it may take you a little longer to test and see what's working for you. But as I mentioned, every single client has leads from the first event, and they continue to improve as long as they continue to apply and work with us. So how many of you say well, if I would make an additional 12,000 in my business, it would make a big difference for me? How many would say yes, they agree it would help them? How about you, Robert? Jay? Oh, Jay's not there. Rodney? Donna? Would you say that make a difference? Cool. Okay, Kara, can you please put the offer for Donna in the chat, please? Ronel, yes, for sure.
I said.
Okay. This is also for somebody like Angela. Every event we walk away with 2 or 3 clients. Now she doesn't have hundreds of people. She doesn't need hundreds of people. Angela is the owner of Semirose's virtual assistants, and another great example of what's possible. 2 or 3 clients, that means 60,000 in extra sales because they stay with her for years. It's not a one-time sale. The value of a client is about $30,000 per year for her, because her virtual assistant packages range between $2,500 and $11,000 per month.
We generally, from every LinkedIn event, will get about 4 to 5 leads. People who want to right on the spot say, I want to chat, or they call me right after and say, I'd like to speak. And we at least walk out with 2 or 3 clients.
2 or 3 clients, new clients a month. For most people, that would make a big difference, because the 2 and 3 clients you can continue to improve. Plus, they will refer your business. You get more success stories. Okay, good. And then this is Sean.
As a result, we had about 50 calls booked within about 2 months, and one of which became a very massive potential strategic partner that we're in early talks on, and it's going very, very well, which would roll us out to probably a good percentage of the largest property management company in the United States, which has been a huge deal for us.
Yeah, it was really amazing what we did for him. Here is the link, Karak, and you put it in the link as well, if people want to book a call. Really quick, when you get the link for the masterclass details, I will send it Gautam after this training, so probably in about an hour. We had some technical issues, because usually, yes, we do have also a system where, like, high level, where yes, it definitely works with high level perfectly, that you automatically get the email, but they had some technical issues and it didn't. Anyhow, fine, we get it all sorted, don't worry, we will take care of you. I think that was pretty much it. Okay, I showed you the system. I won't go over it. This was Nurik, just a refresher. So the question is, you can figure it out on your own. You can, just like you can go with the with horse and buggy from LA to New York. It's just not the most comfortable. It's going to take you a little while, and you may arrive a little stinky. Or you can come with me. So I would like to know who wants to join me in my jet. Much more fun, faster, and much more comfortable. Anybody wants to fly my jet? No takers? It's gonna be not so crowded. Anthony's coming. Anthony's coming. Who else? Nobody. Okay, Anthony's just gonna be the 2 of us. Even Robert's not coming this time. You may raise your hands and I might not have you on the screen, but okay. I think that was pretty much it. Yes, you have to decide. I mean, this is just get started now. Did you get the idea? Like, really, if you want to get the results, you need to do something. You cannot sit there. This is not Netflix. It's Netflix not going to get you anywhere. If you want to improve your life, if you want to touch life, if you want to help more people, you need to take action. So your choice is get started now, join today, let's work together, let's start planting seeds so you can begin harvesting next month and month after, or keep spinning your wheels, trying to figure out everything on your own, wasting time and taking much longer to eventually see results. And that's a choice you have to make. As I mentioned, I've never offered this masterclass before. For $5, this is your chance if you want to do it. I may or may not offer it again. I don't know yet. As I shared, this is the first step of your journey. The profile is the first step. Obviously, there's more steps to build out the whole LinkedIn event mastery system. Like, to build all of this, to get the invitations, to fill it. I mean, I didn't start yesterday. It's not overnight. So if you think like, okay, I'm going to spend $5 and next week I'm going to have hundreds of people at an event, please don't join. Let me know. I'll refund you your $5 right now. It's not real. Anybody that tells you that's going to happen like that is lying. It doesn't work like that. Just life doesn't work like that. Business doesn't work like that. Obviously, if you already have a successful business, you can scale faster. But it's not. There's not such a thing as overnight success. It doesn't exist. So yes, there are other offers coming. I would like to work with you for 12 months to actually build out your whole system, to optimize it, improve it every month. That is the offer. Or there's other offers as well. Depends on what you need. You get the idea. So the whole purpose is to build a system. But it takes work. It's like building a machine. It doesn't happen overnight, but you need to start. You need to start. And that is why I'm offering the masterclass. Just start. Get started. Do the first step, and then we take the next step.